Today we're going to talk about one of the most exciting milestones in puppyhood, and that's the dog's very first walk. It's important to remember that your puppy's first walk isn't really about exercise, it's about safety, confidence, and building positive associations with the leash, as well as the world around them. One of the number one mistakes that you can make when you first take your dog on walks is to just clip the leash on and head outside. Here are a few things that you want to consider first before you go on that very first walk. Let's review the checklist. You're going to check with your vet, make sure that your puppy is all clear to go on their first walk. You're going to pick the right gear, a snug harness, short leash, lots of treats. We're going to first let your pup wear the harness inside, get them comfortable with it, build some positive associations. We're going to practice some basics like name recognition, hand targeting, eye contact, and just some really simple leash walking exercises to start. And you're first going to try short walks around the house or a yard if you have one. We're going to keep it really easy and fun to start off with, and then go from there. Today we are working with Cooper, and Cooper is a 4-month-old Bernedoodle puppy. We have been working together for a little over a month now, and today we are going to go over his first walks. At this point, Cooper has been desensitized to his leash and harness. We have worked on some basic leash walking exercises, we have worked on impulse control, and so he is ready to move forward. Cooper is prepped and ready to rock, so let's get started. You want to first choose a really calm and low distraction area. Maybe this would be like a driveway or a sidewalk, or just right in front of your house. For today, we are doing this in his driveway. You want to keep your dog's first walks very short and sweet. 5 to 10 minutes at the very most is plenty for that first outing. For these first outings, sniffing and observing and exploring is way more important than actually going for the walk. Don't rush them, let them explore, just follow their lead, allow some of those pauses. This is really just how puppies process the world. You really want to make sure that you are then pairing in these experiences with rewards and other types of positive reinforcement. Every time your puppy is checking in with you, or maybe they calmly notice something new, or they look at a sound, you want to make sure that you are marking and treating it. If they're ready, you can also just jump straight back into practicing some of those leash skills that you are working on in the house or in your yard. Maybe you'll reward them simply for sitting, or maybe you will encourage them to follow with you when you start to walk in a direction, or maybe you're just encouraging or reinforcing eye contact. So here with Cooper, our very first walk was roughly just about 5 minutes. This is very normal and honestly very highly recommended for your dog's first experience going on a walk around your neighborhood. And then we went straight back inside and took a break. After a quick break, we go back out and try again. We work on the same exact stuff. We're not adding anything crazy new, we're not doing anything exciting, we are simply reinforcing eye contact and letting him explore his surroundings. I let him do a little bit more sniffing this time. He wasn't really wanting to take treats anymore. He was just a little distracted, so that's my cue that we need to go inside. And then we ended on a positive note. I gave him a bunch of treats and lots of love, and then we go back inside. Puppies' first walks really should be pretty boring. You don't really want to just go straight out and go on these big, massive 10 to 15 minute walks around the neighborhood. That could easily get way too overwhelming for your dog. What we're trying to do is introduce them to the concept of a walk to start. And then maybe with time, we might expand these walks to be roughly about 10 minutes each walk. We might only go 3 houses down to the left and 3 houses down to the right, and then that's it. Then maybe the week after that, we start to go on a full 20-minute walk. Maybe we do a quick little loop around the neighborhood, and then eventually ease them into an actual full walk. Here's a quick list of what to avoid for your puppy's first walk. This is very important. Do not force your puppy forward if they freeze or they get nervous. Instead, give them space, encourage them maybe really gently, or change direction, or fully go back home. If you try and just toss your puppy in the deep end and see if it clicks, you do run the risk of your dog developing a little bit of a fear of just being outside, maybe a fear of the leash. you can accidentally cause a major setback in your dog's actual positive association with going on walks. You want to also avoid overly busy areas like dog parks, crowded sidewalks, farmers markets, at least until you gain a pretty good solid base of your dog's understanding on how to respond to you and call back to you and feel comfortable with you when outside on these walks. And just like we talked about before, we're going to avoid going on any long walks for those first few walks that we take your puppy on. Keep them really short and sweet, and we'll build up the time as we go. Cooper's going to go on these really quick short walks every day for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll build it up to hopefully about a 30-minute walk and reevaluate from there. We are then going to add a bit more structure, a bit more of these little rules, and some more training to these walks dependent on his parents' goals. And there you have it. So just remember to prepare first with that checklist. Keep that first walk really short and positive, and let your puppy set that pace. You want to focus on confidence over the actual distance. I hope you found this helpful, and drop a comment if you have any questions.